Bang has entered the ghost field, and she sees all of these lights around her. Some of them quite faint, some of them quite bright. The girl in the cell in the room next door is shining out like a beacon almost to you. And as you turn around, you are aware of a shape, a humanoid shape that seems to kind of rush towards you with a skull-like face. And yeah, you have an option here.
Panic.
Well, that's one option. You can resist this if you want to. You can freeze in terror, and basically do nothing, or you can try to resist this using a resistor. Now, that will increase your stress, of course, by doing it.
To be honest, I think because she's already gone through seen a lot of weird stuff when she OD'd on that psychedelic drug. I think it is going to be she's going to freeze in fear.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because actually seeing that, knowing it's genuinely real, she's just going to freeze up. Okay,
and you're aware this face, it kind of comes right up towards you, it inches away from, and you are freezing cold, and you hear this thing, it kind of hovers in front of you, this ghastly visage, and says, so cold. So cold. And it reaches its hands out towards you. And as it touches you, its grip is icy cold, and you feel like your pins and needles in your extremities and your fingers and your toes, and it feels as if the heat is being drained right out of your body at this moment in time. And the voice says, it says, she told me that I couldn't hurt you, but you came to me.
Wait, what?
And I want to jump across to Aces, who's on his way back from Iron Hook Prison, or has he just arrived? You decide. You tell me.
I'm on my way back from the prison.
You are? Okay.
Yes.
So what's going through Ace's mind at the moment? He's just had a conversation with the leader of the rival gang, Chains, who was wound up in prison. So what's going through Ace's mind at this moment in time?
He's a bit miffed. Obviously, he's just found out his vice is definitely lying to him.
Yeah.
He's kind of happy because he's ending the gang war now.
Okay.
He has a plan to make sure that doesn't come back to bite him. Yeah. He's probably he's walking very slowly back, and he's probably weighing up all the angles and thinking of what to do next.
Okay. So you say he has a plan?
Yes.
Does he have a plan?
He has the idea of a plan.
Oh, he has. Yeah. Okay. So you've not arrived back at the
No, but I am heading back to the lab.
Okay, so in that case, Tamer, the young girl, Myra Helles, is in the cell in front of you in the lair. And you've been having the conversation with her, and she's been talking about things that she shouldn't really know, right? About your life and everything. How does Toma feel about that?
I feel outclassed. I really do. She's the one behind bars, and I'm the interrogator, and somehow it doesn't feel like I'm getting either anything out of the interrogation, and she is not at all intimidated by her situation. So she's a little bit too smug for me, and I'm almost like I want to leave, and I want to kind of talk to Aces before I make things even worse. I feel like I'm making things worse in terms of our position. We need somebody more charismatic or leader-like to take her in, because I really think we have to turn her to be part of our gang. Right.
Okay. So that's Tamer's idea. He wants to get her working for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, at first I saw her and I thought, that she was really out of place. When we first met her at the auction house as I was dying. I'm like, oh, that's odd. She doesn't look like she should be here. And then I'm seeing her again and again. And that's irksome. And now I'm beginning to see how she very much has a part to play in what was happening with the other gang. And now that other gang has been, decimated from what I know.
Yep.
I wanted to offer her the opportunity to kind of work with us, and it hasn't been working out that way. So I'm almost apt to kind of let her stew a bit and not give her the mental advantage of sparring with me, on a verbal manner.
Okay. So she is standing, and you very much had this feeling that she has been observing you the whole time, as she's been standing there with these very, very pale grey eyes that have just kind of been looking through you. And you see her expression suddenly changes. It looks like an expression of shock and surprise, maybe, and her head kind of snaps around. It's to her left. And she takes a step in that direction, even though there's a brick wall in front of her. Then she takes a step towards that direction, and then she looks across at you as if she's horrified. She's in danger.
What do you see?
She went in.
Who went where?
Your friend. She's gone into the ghost field. It's waiting.
If this is a trick just to try to get out of here, it's not going to work on me.
Okay, I mean, her face, she looks like she's very worried here at this moment in time.
Why is it bad that she went in?
It might harm her.
And what do you care if it harms her?
I wasn't told to hurt her.
You mean you weren't told to hurt her by who?
James. You're wasting time. You have to help her now. Let me out.
How is letting you out going to help her?
Because you'll need me to stop it.
Like I said, you're not going to trick me. And I'm going to go out and check. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
And I think with that, yeah, I think I've been snookered one too many times, and I'm more afraid of Aces finding out I let her out.
Yeah.
And she escapes because of that than I am worried about Bang at this point.
Sure.
Sorry, Bang.
So Aggie, what are you doing? Are you still in the lair? Are you
Muted.
Yeah, I was just hanging out. I'm actually just hanging out, sitting on the chairs.
Okay. So Tamer, you come into the main room. Aggie, you see him coming out. What's Tamer's disposition? What does Aggie see?
Concern and confusion. Did you see Bang? Is Bang in trouble?
No, Bang's just in there.
Oh, phew. Okay. Yeah, you haven't tricked us, little girl.
Yeah, I will say, obviously, when I do get touched and it's happening, I will let out an audible gasp, but I don't know whether they will hear that. I don't know.
Do you want them to hear it?
I don't know a gasp, but maybe like a wail, like this haunting wail.
I don't. Yeah, it's one of them. I don't imagine it being really loud because I am like in complete fear, but it is like not. It's not like the whole silent scream, but it is.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually,
It's
you know
more
what?
than a gasp, but probably not like a shout or a scream, if you get what I mean.
I think since I witnessed the girl and she did look genuinely shocked, I'll say, Aggie, watch over the prisoner. I'm gonna go check on Bang, and I'll head out towards her.
Something else then that I'm curious about. Where's Kalev and what's he doing?
Kalev might be sulking somewhere in a room because he left me all to myself when I was in trouble.
Okay.
But you know, he might be happy to see me back, and he may be around.
I mean, he would definitely hear it, wouldn't he?
He didn't like the girl,
so
did he?
he
No, he
would.
didn't like it.
He would be sensitive to what is happening, I believe.
I think that's the deal. And I believe he's got an ability, hasn't he?
Yes,
well?
that's.
And what's the ability that he's got there, if you don't mind me? But I think it's he can. Can he fight ghosts? Was that his deal?
Well, I have the Spirit Bane charm.
Yeah.
And I know I read something on it. I don't
stress about that.
I know that's fine. No, I don't see the description that I used to see. But yes, he did have something. Let me.
Yeah.
I can find it.
Yeah. Okay. So he is very aware of what is happening in the workshop right now, and perhaps he has arrived. He's there in the workshop, and he will see what's happened to Bang. What would his reaction be? I'm going to let you make this decision, Jake, because he's your pet.
Right. I think he knows that I have a charm.
Yeah.
And he may come towards me and maybe pull me towards there. That will perhaps give
Okay,
me...
so he's basically barking and howling or whatever and trying to get Tamer's attention anyway. So that's something, as you come out and you ask these questions.
Yeah,
Kalev
he's not
is
a
already...
lassie, Tommy's in the well kind of dog. He's a kind of, there's a ghost in the house kind of dog.
Sure. And so he's barking and howling and trying to get your attention.
Right.
Perhaps in the door of the workshop.
Oh, okay, and that's where I'm going to follow him for sure.
Okay. Aggie?
Oh, your bloody dog! Does it ever shut up?
Oh, man.
What's he want? Oh.
I'm going to go see. You watch her. I'll go check.
All right, and so you enter into the workshop, and you can see, Bang standing, and there is this shape, like a mist, almost a misty shape, almost humanoid, perhaps the top half of a humanoid, kind of reaching forward, and it seems to have grabbed a hold of Bang's face, and it's kind of pulling her closer and closer. Now, it is a ghost. It is terrifying. You will have to make a resistance roll if you wish to act at all during this.
Okay. I will definitely make a resistance roll.
And the resistance you will be using, or the ability you're going to be resisting with, will be Resolve.
Resolve, okay.
Yeah. See what you got. Brilliant.
Okay.
Excellent. You take 1 stress, but you are able to do something, whatever you want. What do you want to do when you see this happen?
Well, I mean, I think what is giving me the strength to do this is my charm that ghosts prefer to avoid. So I'm going to be presenting it, kind of like a cross to a vampire, and towards the ghost.
Oh, okay. So that you're. I think you are going to. And there's gonna be a consequence to this, obviously. If it does not work, you are going to perhaps she's going to turn on you.
Ooh.
This ghost.
Okay.
So this is the consequence. This is the deal. So I want to tell you what you are going to do and what ability you're using to try and take this thing down. Or what is the objective? You want to banish it? Do you want to?
Yeah, I would think you're trying to kind of get it to disengage from Bang and get out of this house and banish it.
Okay. All right. So you need to give me an ability. What ability would you be using for this kind of? It's
well, you see, I don't think I can intimidate it that way, but I'm going to try to use the power of the charm to command it.
Oh, you want to use command?
Yes, now.
Absolutely. Yep, you got the Spirit Bane charm. You'll get a bonus die for that automatically.
Okay. So I guess you will add that, or do I add that?
You get that.
Okay, sorry.
Tell you what, I'll do it. You have your bonus die, sir. Now, Devil's Bargain. You can push yourself for 2 stress, or you can take a Devil's Bargain. The Devil's Bargain for this one is that this ghost is going to take an interest in you and is liable to latch onto you in some way and haunt you. You don't have to take that Devil's Bargain.
No, I like it, and I think I like it because it's better than mine, because my Devil's Bargain has to happen whether it happens or not. So
all Devil's Bargains do. That's the nature of a Devil's Bargain. It will happen regardless of whether you succeed or fail.
Right.
This thing is going to haunt you, and you're gonna have to find some way to get rid of it.
Okay. I will accept that Devil's Bargain.
Give yourself an extra dice then.
All
or
right.
shall I do that for you?
Yeah, I think you should. Well,
there you go.
It's under adjustments. Okay.
Yep. So I've given you that extra dice.
All right. Oh.
Okay. Right. So what happens is this thing, it sees the Spirit Bane charm, and it tries to leave. Now it's trying to find a way out from this room, and it is going to exit by passing straight through Tamer, and you are going to take a level 1 harm, which is going to be chilled.
Okay.
As it vanishes through the wall on the opposite side of the room. It kind of passes straight through Tamer, and they've probably left something so that it can find you again later.
Okay.
And passes away straight through the wall on the opposite side. Vanish.
And is Bang? Well, I'm gonna rush over to Bang. Bang, are you okay?
You're a bit groggy, but and cold.
Yeah.
You feel very cold.
Yeah, lean on the tables for keep myself sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find a blanket to drape over
I
you.
think so.
What was that thing?
I'm not entirely sure.
What was it doing here? Did you make some sort of potion and it came from that?
No, I wanted to see what the girl was doing. So I wanted to see what it was from the other side of things, but I didn't expect the ghost to come out.
You went there on purpose?
Yes.
That girl knew. She knew you went there. I don't know how.
Well, that's what I wanted to find out, whether she was connected, but I didn't realize... I didn't think about the ghosts actually being there.
I don't know if I even believe this, but when, like, just around that time, I guess when you went in, she turned around, she looked with horror, and that gray kid went white, as if she'd seen a ghost when you did that. But how did she know?
Because I think she is somehow connected with this one. It said that it wasn't allowed to harm me, but because I went to it did. It was able to harm me.
That girl said the same thing. She said that she herself wasn't allowed to harm you, and that Chains told her not to harm you. But how are they connected? Do you think that kid has a ghost part that just she knows so much stuff? The only way she could know all that much stuff is if she has some part of her that is otherworldly, that's going and seeing things and reporting back to her. But is that even possible? I've never heard of that.
I guess so. I mean, I felt I've been followed before, and my stuff has been moved before. My things have been moved.
I don't know, but that is strange. She wanted to be let out. She felt it was necessary for her to come out in order to either deal with the ghost or get rid of it or make sure it didn't hurt you.
I think she may have been able to help with that, but if that was a tradition.
I wouldn't let her out. Are you crazy? You know what Aces would do to me if she escaped?
I mean, not escape if you open the door.
Well, but if I opened the door and set her free, you know what Aces would do to me? That would be even worse if I let her escape.
But if she's connected to Ghost, I don't think we're gonna have a choice.
Well, could you not go back there again, maybe?
No.
I think I got rid of it. I don't know. Maybe we'll buy more garlic and spread it throughout the house or something. I don't know.
Aggie,
Hello.
what are you doing?
Well, I'm literally just with this girl in here.
Oh, you went into her?
Yeah, because he told me to watch her.
Oh, okay. So she, when you went in, she was looking agitated, and she was saying to you, "You've got to let me out. She's in trouble."
Who's in trouble?
Your friend. I told that guy. Tremere.
Ah, yeah, well, he's not getting out.
Well.
Do you
And
think
then her face changes again. He got rid of it. Somehow.
What are you waffling on about?
It doesn't matter.
So, what's your story anyway? Why are you with those guys?
Why are you with these guys?
They're my colleagues.
You don't like them though, do you? You're not friends.
I wouldn't say we're not friends. I know that they would protect me and I'll protect them.
Why?
Because they're the closest thing to a family I've got. Why are you with them?
Same reason.
we have to do what we should do to survive, don't we?
That's right.
So
What happened to your family?
they're no longer in this world. They were robbed of their rights, which was theirs.
What happened?
For me to know, thank you. You're rather nosy, aren't you? You seem to know a lot, but ask a lot of questions.
That's how come I know a lot.
Well, you won't be asking many questions while you're locked up in there, will you?
Well, that depends how you ask the question, doesn't it?
I mean, anyone's going to answer you.
Well. Can you send that other fella back in?
No.
He was more interesting.
No. You're trying to manipulate people to give you answers, aren't you?
That's very clever of you.
Sometimes loose lips costs lives, so I will warn the others not to speak to you.
Is that what happened to your family?
Oh my god, seriously. I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
Why?
Because it gives you leverage and you think you're clever.
You just answered one.
I just walk out.
Yeah, we'll speak again soon, don't worry.
We won't.
I might be able to help you.
You're an annoyance. Maybe I might stab you. I'll just walk out of earshot and still stand in the door.
Aces, have you returned yet?
Yes, I think about now is when I would have returned.
Okay. So you enter into the lair, and the atmosphere is a little bit weird.
Hello?
Oh, you decided to come back then, Aces?
And what's that meant to mean, Aggie?
Well, this stupid girl you've got in here, she's manipulating people to tell her things. She's messing with people's heads. Toma was in here. She's tried to go on about my family and just, I think you should limit who you let go in there because she's just a manipulator.
Don't worry, I'm dealing with her. I'm just going to walk up to her cage door.
Okay.
I'm gonna earwig.
And I'm just gonna get to the door, put the key in, and open it, and just let the door swing open.
What are you doing?
I turn to Aggie and I give her a wink with the eye that the girl in the prison can't see.
Okay. She's just standing there in the middle, and she's looking very confused.
You're free to go. I've spoken with Chains. We have reached an agreement. Not that you're going to believe me.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Where is he?
He's in prison. He's expecting you.
She steps out of the cell, and she gives Aggie a bit of a smug grin.
Chains gave me my word that you wouldn't harm us if I let you go and sent you to him. I am hoping you are going to honor that agreement.
I've drawn my knife.
There's no need for that, Aggie.
You might want to check on your friend. She's had a bit of a rough time of it.
I run.
Okay. And she steps out of the cell, walks straight past you, Aces, and she is going to leave.
Yep. And as soon as she's gone, I will head over to where everyone's gone.
What's going on, guys? Bang, are you okay?
Aces, I gotta talk to you about that girl.
He's let her go!
The one we have in jail. You gotta turn her. We gotta make her part of our gang.
Tama,
she's gone.
She's gone.
What, she's gone?
Yes.
I've
let her
talked to you
go.
about her. What do you mean she's gone?
I've let her go.
What? Why? She's a resource. She's not just a kid. There's so much more.
I agree, but
She might be related to a ghost.
it is a necessary movement. We have bigger fish to fry.
Like what?
Okay.
Green has betrayed us.
How?
He's been working behind our backs with Chains' gang and probably many more. There's a bigger game at foot here, and Chains has told me enough that I trust him more than I do Vreen now.
Really? Why would you trust any of them?
I trust, when I say trust, I mean very loosely. As long as a bullet is between us, I can trust anybody.
We can't trust anybody. We just gotta look out for ourselves.
Agreed. But I intend to get to the bottom of what Vreen is, and I have an idea to not only deal with Vreen, but secure our foundations in the gambling ring.
Yeah. Maybe set fire to more places.
Quite possibly, yes. We are
Can
going
we take the
to
people
make...
out first?
We'll see about that. If everything goes swimmingly to plan, we will inherit the races. We will be the sole dealership on the races for taking bets, and Vreen will not be an issue going forward.
We're killing him?
Maybe. I feel he has some information that would benefit us if we were to take over the hound, so I would like to interrogate before we killed him, but nevertheless, if it has to be, it has to be.
So we're aiming for kidnap first, yeah?
It might be in the plan, I guess. I don't take well to people plotting against me. And I really don't take well to people plotting against me and manipulating me.
How can you be so certain that that's what they were doing? Everybody has a card somewhere and elsewhere.
Yes. And Vreen is refusing to show me his when I gave him quite the opportunity. And I don't believe for one second that if anything he was doing was innocent against us, he should have told us. And he didn't. So
would you show everything to Vreen?
At one point, yes, I would have. I told him what our plans and ambitions for the races. He knew very well what we were going to do, and yet somehow I think he has been our mole. The one who has been one step ahead of us, giving our enemies the information they needed. And not only just information, but financially supporting our enemies to move against us. Whether or not his intentions may benefit us all in the long run, I cannot see how this has been helpful to us. It has almost killed at least one of us in the process. And I intend to ensure that we are not part of his manipulative plans any further.
It seems to me that Vreen is a gambler by nature. Maybe he was doing this all to hedge his bets.
Possibly.
I think it's time to teach him a lesson.
Do we get to stab him?
Better off to bet on our side than against us.
Well, I would have thought we just showed him that by taking down the growlers.
Yes.
Maybe that's not enough. Maybe
But
he
the
has
growlers-
to be afraid of us.
The growlers knew we were coming. Bang. He tipped
Yeah,
them
but
off. They
I
would
don't
have
think that
killed
was
us.
Vreen. This is what we were trying to say. This is what Tomo was trying to say about the girl.
Yes. The problem is
She-
Vreen is aware that we know, and if I was Vreen, I'd be already on my way to kill us.
Wait, no. Why would Vreen know?
Because I confronted Vreen. And he's very well aware that we know that he's been working behind our backs.
He's been working with the way he thinks is best. So in all fairness, he's working his investors back. So if we are able to get the investors against him, that's fine. But it wasn't Vreen that sold us out to the growlers.
You don't know that. I have
I told you
evidence to
somebody
say
was following.
and I tossed the letter out. This was in Chains' safe, handwritten by Vreen. What do you make of that?
And there are a couple of notes here that definitely in Vreen's handwriting that seem to implicate him some deals with the growlers. I mean,
That would explain how they had money to pay off people who owed us money.
Exactly.
I mean, there was another name that had been mentioned, but I don't know if Aces is keeping that back or if he's forgotten.
I may have forgotten.
I don't think it's Aces that's forgotten.
No.
Yeah, Aces.
So maybe Aces would remember because it wouldn't have been 2 weeks since he last heard that information. But Chains did say to Aces, not to Tamer, that Vreen and Rasmus Darva have made some kind of deal. Now,
Yes.
I don't know if the name Rasmus Darva would resonate much with Aces, or whether he would have mentioned it in this instance.
I would mention it in this instance, so after this I would have probably turned to Toma.
Yeah.
I have a mission for you, Toma, before the race night. I need you to find everything you can about this Dharma fellow.
Darva.
Really?
Dharma.
And I will head out of the room
Okay.
because I'm gonna go.
That's odd.
And
Yeah.
after 2 minutes, I'm gonna come back. Okay. I have all the information.
What?
As Mr. Darva
He's good.
hails from Severos.
You know of this person.
Yes, I know of him. He is using Lady Tazi's money basically to invest into Vreen. He set up Vreen here with her money. And I've also found out that he's been absconding with some of that invested money off the top. In fact, do you remember that heist that somebody did against the auction house where somebody may have died
Yes.
or not?
But you got better.
Lady Tazi's money was there. Her jewelry was on auction to be sold. I think we got to take him out of the equation. If we take Rasmus out of the equation, then Vreen will have no choice but to count on his bookies like us
If we
for a
take
source of income.
If we take Rasmus out of the equation, Vreen will know we're onto him and what we intend to do.
How much do you expect?
Oh
Green
no!
to
Once
out the
Lady
growlers?
Tazzy finds out what's been happening, she'll put the hit out on him. He was a nobody. He's marrying into nobility to become a somebody. And she's twice his age.
Is that a fact?
You do the math. It may be something that just sounds good. At the
I know. I'm just wondering if Tamer's being entirely honest here. That was all.
No, Tomer is working a plan.
Oh, nice. Like it.
We need to find a way to make this all work together as quickly as possible. The longer the plan takes, the more likely that they'll realize what's going on and take us out. They clearly have the funds and means to do it. We have to be swift, we have to be clever, and we have to be thorough.
Who else would back Vreen? Who else would do his dirty work?
Well, I'm now wondering if Green didn't have Chains' gang do some of the dirty work together.
More than likely. Possible Chains might be willing to tell us more about his dealings with Vreen now that I've kept his end of the bargain.
What is the deal with the growlers? With Chain?
The war is currently on hiatus. I've made peace with Chains, hopefully, and he'll honor it. In return, he wants a stake in whatever pie it is we carve out of Vreen. Which is reasonable.
At this point, I think because I was looking a little bit more into my hunting pet, I'm going to use Mind Link.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to have Kelev go after the girl. Just kind of poke about, see where she's going, and I'll try to use Mind Link to have him send me back information about where she's going or what he hears.
Yeah, that sounds like something that he could totally do. He is an expert hunter after all, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part of the ghost hunter ability.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think he's just an expert hunter as a hound's hunting pet. He automatically gets that ability.
Well, he gets one of the three: Ghost Form, Mind Link, or Arrow Swift, and I chose Mind Link.
Yeah, but he automatically gets to be an expert. That's just perks, man. That's the default option.
Yeah, being a dog has its perks.
So, I mean, you're gonna send him off to. It's gonna be a fortune. We're gonna base it on Kalev's expertise. Now you're a tier 0. So you get start with 0 dice, but he is an expert, which gives you a +1. So we have 1 dice to start with. Now you say you're using Mind Link, so this is going to help you communicate with him. Is that going to help him track her down?
What might is it says it gains a potency when tracking or fighting the new supernatural. So if she has a supernatural part to her, it might gain the potency for that.
Let's give you a bonus dice. So I don't know if you can see that roll or whether that's me that's going to make this roll.
We'll see what happens.
I'll let you click.
Oh,
look at that!
Wow.
It's no secret where she's going. She heads pretty much straight to Iron Hook, and Kalev follows her. She's completely unaware that he's following her as well. He's that good. And she enters the prison, which is where he loses sight of her, really. Difficult for him to get into the prison. She's in there for a good hour. I don't know if anybody wants to do anything in the meantime while all of this is going on, but she's going to be in there for at least an hour.
The last thing I would have discussed is... I don't suppose any of you have anyone in the demolitions line of work? Or...
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Of course.
What are you going to demolish?
Just a prison.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
We need to
Want to
get
do a breakout?
we need to get chains out. By
do
doing
make
but-
bombs.
I know, but by doing so, we will gain his trust and cause a little bit of chaos in the meantime. If we make a big hole in the prison, the prisoners, well, the guards will be very occupied for the foreseeable, which means the races may have less guards.
And
So-
I know exactly who can help us figure out how to get him.
Great. Ooh. So, first plan, get chains out of prison and make it one spectacular event. Bang, if you need anything, you let me know.
why don't we make it interesting? Why don't we try to get this whole score blamed on Vreen?
If you
Let's
work
put
out those
word out.
details, let's do it.
That Vreen is giving odds on chains breaking out of prison within the next week.
Let's see.
If word on the street is that he's turned it into a betting event, he could be seen as the cause of having that done.
You have letters to prove he's been in touch with Chains.
We could even forge his writing now that we have letters. We could send them out to all the bookies.
Make them put the bet on. Prison break happens. Please.
This could be
The blue coats will not only be busy at the prison, but they'll also have Vreen in interrogation, keeping him well out of our way to take over the races. I like it, Toma.
the only thing is if we're doing that, we need a quiet way in the prison.
Yes, but
We get him out, then we cause destruction.
we also have a timing issue. If we release the information to Vreen's bookies too early, Vreen will get suspect why all of his bookies are putting such a bet on. We have to make sure that they start putting the bet out moments, if not hours, before the prison escape. That way Vreen hasn't got time to deal with it. He's caught in the confusion, but it's enough that the few bets get placed. Maybe it looks even more convenient that it happens so quickly.
So we
Yeah,
need
I
something
like
to
it.
distract Brain.
Okay. Toma, Aggie, see if you can get some contact in the prison. Let them know what's coming. We can have a riot kick off. Bang, you go get your contacts.
He's here. It's Oscar.
Well,
He fights in the prison.
even better.
I mean, I don't know if he's here. He could be at the pub.
Oscar will be here, of course. Well, yeah, it might be at the pub.
Aggie, go find
who
Oscar.
knows
He'll
where?
be in the pub or somewhere. Bang, you get yourself prepared. Start making whatever concoctions you do. Toma, go keep an eye on the prison. We're gonna need all eyes and ears on it. I will go and work my magic with Vreen's bookies. I have an idea.
How quickly are we getting this done?
Sooner the better. We'll go on your time scale, seeing as yours is probably the most delicate part.
I mean, I should have everything to not be able to knock something up, and possibly be able to knock something up extra. But I need to. I think Oscar will need time to be able to talk to his contact to see if we can go in, because he has access to the prison. I don't know how much access he goes into. Somebody in there gives access.
Very well. Aggie, an extra job for you when you're down at the pubs. If you find anyone that looks very much like me, bring them to me. I have an idea. Tell them we'll pay them very well.
Right.
This
Okay,
could
so-
work.
This is great.
So we've got to find an Aces lookalike and find Oscar. Create bombs. and anything in between.
And get a plan of the prison, which is what Tom is going to go and do.
Yeah, I'm actually going to see Costa first, find out who are the names of people he might have as a bounty hunter caught and maybe in prison now.
Okay.
And see if he could reach out to them and inform them that when they get the signal, and they'll know what it is, to cause a riot if they want to escape.
All right. That sounds very doable.
Bonkers.
Okay. Let's say that. I mean, Oscar, you wanted Oscar to speak to Moonfist, isn't it? I think.
Well, yeah, it's basically tell us everything he knows about the prison of how he gets in, because obviously we know. I know he does the
fighting.
Like we know he does the fighting at the prison, but we don't understand the full aspects of it because it sounds stupid and barbaric.
Stupid and barbaric.
You know, the ones that are planning to go and blow up the prison, but you know, whatever. So yeah, it's explaining all that to us, and then if you need more access, he needs to go like literally just leg it over to Moonfist and see what he can sort out.
Okay. All right. So I think what we shall do, we're gonna have to deal with this bit that Aggie's having to take care of. What was Ace's deal side of this? You were going to try and talk to the bookies and things, right?
Aces has got an idea of what he's going to do here.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, he's going to handle the bookies.
Is this something you want to do off screen, as it were, or is this a?
Well, obviously, I don't want to say too much because I know how the score works, and we're not to plan it too much.
Yep.
But Aces is
I'm expecting flashbacks galore here.
There's going to be a lot of flashbacks.
All right. Okay. Sure. So Aggie, your intention is you're going to go and speak to. You're going to find Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar and a lookalike for Aces.
Yeah, and then you've got to find an Aces lookalike. So, I think we're going to rely on a fortune roll for the Aces lookalike. Oscar, you'll find without difficulty because he's a pal of yours, right? No anymore. But I think we need a fortune roll for the Aces lookalike.
Okay.
You need a good one.
Remind me, do you roll the fortune ones? Oh,
no, you get to do this as well. I'm just thinking we're gonna have one dice just because. Is there anything else that we can do? I mean, can't really think of an instance of anything that would actually give you an advantage in finding an Aces lookalike.
She knows what Aces looks like.
I mean, there's that.
That's a big advantage.
That's always a good shout. It's always handy.
I don't think you could do it if you
we
didn't
know there is
Aces.
a spare top hat in Ace's office.
That is going to come in handy now.
So yeah, we'll use that.
In terms of what can we do here to kind of make improve the chances of Aggie finding Ace's look? Has anybody got any ideas?
I mean, the only thing would be is like, if there was an Aces lookalike, would you not know? Like, would Aces not know that there was somebody in the city that looked like him?
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Because there's somebody walking around that looks a lot like you. Wait, didn't somebody come up to you and speak to you?
I mean, there's lots of people that speak to Aces. He's a very charming fellow. So at the moment we've got one die.
I mean, I don't think there's anything we can actually do.
I'm really struggling to think of anything.
Yeah, it is a weird one, isn't it? This is a tricky one. Unless you've got some kind of ability that we might be able to use that would give you a... What? How long have you known Aces? You've known Aces a while, right?
Yeah. Have we got any other allegiances, gangs, or anyone that we could call on to maybe the?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, you've got. There are people that are more favourable to you than others, like Conway in the. Oh, Conway is a blue coat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one we should be giving this information to.
He might, if you went to Conway, he might know, because if Aces has ever been wanted, which I'm pretty sure he has, people may have been arrested in thought that they were
like
Aces.
in like a lineup or something.
Yeah, because the police do lineups all the time, so they'd know.
How unique does Aces actually look?
I mean, he's an incredibly good-looking guy, isn't he? Which is I don't know. What is Ace? Well, how is Ace? I mean, he's a very charming, charismatic person.
Yeah.
We could disguise somebody, could we not?
Well, I mean, we can disguise to a certain point, but the better they look, the better it will be.
The easier it will be, yeah.
I mean, if we knew kind of what the end goal was, like
I know, but I can't explain it too much.
Right, okay, right. No, let's not worry about that. Aggie. So yeah, maybe if you were to approach Conway, the blue coat, that is friendly with you.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to have some idea as to somebody that might look vaguely like Aces.
Okay.
And maybe it has been in the lineup or something like that. That's a great idea. I'm going to give you a bonus dice for that. And I mean, did you want to role play that out? Are you bothered? Nah, let's just roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the big mistake you had here was sending Aggie. Because Aggie rolls badly.
Always not. Gosh.
Okay, I mean that's a proper failure. That is, isn't it?
I went to Conway and I sort of basically like, oi, we need someone that looks like Aces for a job, and he's like,
I go, just a guy. He says, I know somebody.
And he's being funny.
No,
He
no,
put
he's
lipstick
not.
on a pig.
Yeah.
He's not. What has happened here? Because this is a failure, so we're going to have some kind of consequence. So he has approached somebody, and he's kind of made this request, kind of suggesting, I want you to pretend to be somebody, or so I got friends, they need you to pretend to be somebody, blah blah blah. But the person that he's speaking to, he's a bit of a stool pigeon.
bit of a what? School pigeon.
Stool pigeon. He's a grass. He's a he's
He's a snitch.
snitch. That's what he is. Which means that this clock that we've got going about Conway being uncovered is now going to go up.
But we get a lucky likey.
But we get a lucky.
You do not. You do not. Whoever it is refuses outright to be any part of this.
He knows this too well.
That's a bit inconsiderate.
It is inconsiderate, but that's what happens when you fail. That's the whole point of failure.
So not only does he refuse, but he's now on the verge of telling everyone about Conway and ruining the cover story.
Conway is about to get right. That's okay, because it just means that we're not gonna be able to count on that as a bonus die for this.
Well, I got the pub to try yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that. If you have another option.
And I am building another contact, so once he's burned, hopefully by then we'll have a better contact.
So I'm going to go back to the pub then, look for Oscar, and then start asking around then.
Yeah, you find Oscar without any difficulty drinking away in his local.
Maybe Oscar can help you for a dice.
Oscar, for once, stop drinking. We've got some stuff going back.
Oh, Aggie, have a drink with me. Come on.
No, we've got to go back. But I need you to use your brain for once. I don't know why I even bothered to ask that.
Hey, I'm hurt.
We need someone that looks like Aces.
Well, how about Aces? He looks pretty much like Aces.
Oh my god, you're an imbecile. No, we need somebody else that looks like Aces.
Why do you want somebody that looks like Aces?
Because Aces wants somebody that looks like Aces.
It's a bit weird to me.
Okay, do you want me to go back and tell Aces that you're questioning him?
He'd be mad, wouldn't he?
Yes, to get up and think about what we're going to do. Do you know anyone that looks like Aces? I'm going to command him. I am going to be.
You're going to command him to know somebody that looks like Aces.
Yeah.
You will know somebody.
That's certainly a skill.
Okay. You're basically threatening and intimidating into trying to think of somebody that he might know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe it'll work. Maybe
he'll remember someone.
Yeah, when he's being threatened.
Or he'll just think of a random person and say, "Here's him."
Yeah. So, you want to command him? Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Now, if this... what's the obstacle here? No, you don't have to roll for this. This is a fortune.
Okay.
Because... you know, he's friendly to you for a start. I can't think of any consequence. He's not going to fall out with you all of a sudden, or is he?
No, he won't fall out with
it.
it.
Would you push him too far?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
go way
let's
back.
do that. We're gonna have this as an action roll. Yeah.
Oh no.
And you are gonna push him too far if you threaten him, and he's not gonna be too pleased about that. So let's see what happens.
He's going to be annoyed with me, but he's still going to be in the gang, but he'd just be a bit slightly miffed with me.
Okay, slightly miffed. Okay, let's see how badly
he'll
you
realise
roll before we
that
decide how miffed he is.
He'll realise that you're palming off your job on him. And then he'll use it against you.
Let's get the uncontrollable bruiser completely dirty.
Okay, so we're using command, right, Aggie?
Yes.
I'll set this up for you. There we go. I'll set this up.
3. Okay.
This is not a bad shout, is it? I'm gonna give you. Now you and Oscar go back a ways because you and he were living on the streets, weren't you?
We were.
As part of a survival mechanism. I might give you a bonus die, which will turn it up to 4, which is not bad.
You do that.
But
Right.
it always counts.
Yeah.
Good.
Mixed success. Not 1 6.
Okay.
I mean, you got 2 5s. That's good.
Yeah. So I guess what'll happen there? Yeah, he gets a bit miffed with you. It's like, look, fucking talk to me like that. Aggie. We're supposed to be friends.
Yeah, well, everything you do, you debate and argue, and you're too slow. We've got to do something and do something quick, and you're just messing about in the pub. So get up, get moving, let's get on with it. It's a big job, and if you want to get in Ace's good books, then we need to get moving.
Okay, so he begrudgingly gets to his feet, downs his pint, and wanders off in a sulk.
Yeah.
And I think we're about to go into a score here, aren't we?
Oh.
So what I would like to do first is I would like us to take a break,
Yeah.
and then we will come back and we'll kick off the proceeding. Right, folks. So we've decided on a score that we're going to be doing this time around.
Just we'll go through this score again because I haven't written anything down because I am a tad confused about what this score actually is. I know that we're going into a prison.
Yeah.
To blow up a prison.
Maybe.
Are you trying to blow up a prison?
I
don't think that's the ultimate.
Trying to make an explosion in the prison.
Well, we're getting somebody out
I think
of prison.
actually you're trying to break somebody out of prison.
But we're not doing it discreetly.
Yeah.
And so the person that we put into prison,
Yes.
We're now going to the prison to blow up a wall to get him out of prison.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a complicated relationship.
And then we're going to blame it on your friend.
My vice, yeah.
Your vice purveyor.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you do when you need to de-stress?
I don't know, but it's
Okay.
going to be really interesting to find out.
Well, the cool thing is you get more than one thing to do during downtime, and one of them
Okay.
could be find a new vice purveyor.
Yeah.
Can I not just become my own vice purveyor at this point?
Okay, that's fine. So,
Are you up to speed now?
yes.
Good.
And we're using Oscar to get into the prison.
Yes.
Well, this is what we're looking at.
Okay, we'll go back into game now, just because I was a little bit tad confused about what was going on.
Okay,
fine.
so
It escalated very quickly.
it did. It was
So quickly, the
frightening quick,
GM
wasn't
needed
it?
extra time to prepare for this next bit.
Yeah, he's completely lost. So I'm going to switch this to the score mode. We're going to choose our approach. Are we being... is this assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or trans?
I mean, I think it's in theory it's supposed to be the top three.
It's all of the above.
Well, we're trying to make it seem like somebody else
Yeah,
is
I mean,
the cause of this.
in terms of, I think what the idea is, this is the setup. So in terms of your approach to this, start off is going to be, now from what you've described, you're using Oscar. Oscar has a contact within the prison. So it seems to me that you're trying to either deceive or use stealth to get in prison.
Mhm.
That's the way it appears. We have to decide which of those it's going to be. Then we have to decide the method.
I'd
The-
say
well,
stealth is how we're getting in.
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. So that's what it will
Okay.
be. And the hidden detail is Oscar, right?
Yep. We're
So,
infiltrating Oscar?
And we're not infiltrating Oscar. You're using Oscar's contacts and his vice to enter into the prison without being detected.
Yes.
I mean, it could be deception.
I feel like if it was deception, it'd be more like we have disguises sort of thing. But because
Yeah.
we're kind of just sneaking in to then make it loud.
No, I mean, yeah, sure. If that's the way we're going to
Although,
go with it.
is this for
It'll be fine.
is that the thing for the whole score? Because if it's for the whole score, then I'd probably say it's more deception. Because we're definitely not going to be stealthy once we're in. We want it to be noisy.
See, this is the part that I'm confused on.
Yeah. Let's not
It's
not
too late.
worry
We're not
about
about to
it
plan
too
like this, are we?
No,
We're going to say
what's the going?
trespassing. I think this is deception because
Yeah.
I think you are using people to get inside the prison
Yes.
for nefarious purpose.
And the whole point of the thing is to pin it on someone else, so it's very deceptive.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we've got our die for our basic base die for the engagement roll. This is how desperate things are when we first kick off.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have one dice, we get one for sheer blind luck. Now, we had a discussion earlier about having Tamer scope the place out,
Yep.
so he will know. And also we have Oscar, who can help us get into the prison. So I think we're going to at least get a bonus die for his assist.
Yeah.
Is this plan particularly bold or audacious?
It's very bold.
Yeah, I
Both.
think it is.
Very bold.
Yeah.
So we get an extra dice for that. It's on enemy territory, really, effectively as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which means we lose it. And then we have What other questions do we get?
Aces has a bit more intel because he's been in the prison and he knows exactly where the person is that we're breaking out. So we've got insider intel.
Sure, so that'll give you a bonus. Right, okay. Anything else that we can add here? Or, I mean, 3 dice is pretty damn good. I don't think you've ever had 3 dice.
We have a demolitions expert as well.
Well, that's not for the engagement roll. This is the starting situation that we're going to be in.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't...
And so that doesn't really...
Yeah, I think that's...
Much as we would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think we're going with the 3. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is the only role I get to make as GM in this game, really.
Poor you.
So, let's see what... Oh dear.
Oh, come on. 1, 2, and a 3.
Now. This is bad, but it's
Every
also
bloody
good.
one we've done is desperate.
Because now... Because this means you're going to be making desperate rolls from the get-go, which is obviously giving you pee and stuff. So, but something has gone awry. So you've snuck into the prison. You have
just before we do that.
Yes.
Were we supposed to have chosen our loads prior?
Yes. Yes, you were. So please go ahead and choose what load you are taking, what loadout you're taking. Remember, you are sneaking into a prison.
Right.
Bear that in mind.
I've got to go heavy.
Well, now that we know, but...
I'm going
That
no.
was fine.
Okay, so some of my items were already ticked from the previous heist as well.
Okay. You want to
Yeah,
check?
I'm not sure why I have...
Unchecked everything.
Cool. Alrighty then. So, have we selected our loadout, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that's where we're starting. So, what loadouts have we got? What have you got? Aces?
Normal.
Is normal. Okay. Aggie?
Normal.
Tamer?
I have normal, but it's showing me as 2 out of 5 are already used up. I'm wondering if that's because of trauma or
No, if you
harm.
scroll down,
no,
some of your things
no.
are still ticked from the previous one. They've
Oh,
not
okay.
reset fully.
I thought I did that. I didn't see anything.
Check your
okay.
armor at the bottom.
Oh, the armor's a bugger. Yeah.
Oh, it's buggering it out. Okay.
Yeah. Don't stress. Don't stress it.
Okay. No stress.
Yeah, it is showing 2 of 5, isn't it? Weird.
It's all
Anyway, let's not worry about it. Right. So I think what has gone off here then? So let somebody else come up with the idea. How does this work? So Oscar, he goes into the prison with his friend Moonfist and engages in these fights. How do they get in? How do they get into the prison? How does Oscar, who is not a prisoner obviously, get into the prison? Is there secret passageways? Are there tunnels? Or are they bribed guards or whatever? So you're coming through the front entrance. What do you think?
I would think tunnels, and probably we were discovered.
What? Why would you? What?
Because
You throw us under the
what
bus
else
like
makes
that?
sense?
No, we weren't just going.
no. I
We
think-
weren't discovered.
I think
cold
tunnels
shoot.
do make sense, but they might still bribe the guards, or the guards turn a blind eye because they bet on it or something.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
they bet on it.
I think that's a great idea. What I think has happened is that you have kind of entered the prison. You've entered the prison as if you were, I don't know, maybe you were going to watch the fights, or you've gone in with Oscar as part of his entourage. And one of the guards that normally gets bribed, he sees Bang, and Bang is looking cool. Looks like she's gonna fuck something up. And so how this starts is as you've kind of emerged from the tunnel through like an iron grate in a floor. You've come in through the drains into a lower part of the prison. And he has seen Bang carrying what looks to him like a bunch of bombs. which has got him on edge for some reason.
Really?
And he has basically gone, no way. No, I'm not having any part of this. And he has gone. He's on his way to raise the alarm. What are you doing?
Aces is gonna grab him.
Okay.
And Aces is going to very slyly be like, wait 1 second, I can make this worth your while. And as the guard turns to face Aces to see what's going on,
Stab him.
I smash a load of trance powder in his face.
Oh, we do love the trance powder.
I mean, I can literally.
No, we can't let it falter at the first hurdle. We've got to get past the first hurdle.
Okay. So the obvious thing, I mean, what could go wrong here?
What could possibly
I mean,
go wrong?
we've used Aces getting hit by his own trance powder before. And
I mean, how close are we all to this? And how?
It's a few steps away. We don't even bring that into this conversation. We're a few steps away.
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, so I don't think you are as far away as you want to be. I mean, this guy is about to make a move, and he's about to leave the room or try and exit the room as quickly as possible. Aces is intending to hit him with some trance powder. Now, the thing that could go wrong is obviously that he is going to. That there is obviously that he can shout. He can still raise the alarm before he gets hit with the trance powder. And there must be guards nearby that will hear him shout. So you're going to have to do this quick, right?
Yep, very quick.
Okay. So in terms of describe what's going on here, and you can tell me the ability you're using as well. Same.
So I'm trying to bring him back into the conversation for a moment, because obviously he's walking away and I'm chasing after him. I'm trying.
Well, he kind of backs away. He backs away, I guess, as he's backing towards the door. You can see that he's not comfortable. He's backing away towards the door. You know he's going to run as soon as he gets out of sight.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm just going to be like, we can talk about this. They're not what you think they are. Let me explain it. And as soon as he's within range, I'm just going to out the sleeve, poof, into his face.
Oh, okay.
Like a magic trick, just poof.
I know, he's just got loads of these bags of dust in his sleeve.
Of magic dust. So you've described what you're doing. You can tell me what ability you're using to do this as well now.
I mean, I hate being the broken record, but I feel like it's sway.
You want to sway him into staying into the room so you can hit him in the
change his
face.
attitudes and behaviour with manipulation and seduction.
You know what? Let's do it. I mean, it's desperate, of course.
Oh yeah.
So if it goes awry,
Be better.
fun ensues. Effect is going to be standard.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh wait, he hadn't finished. Go back.
I hadn't finished. I hadn't finished.
Undo. Like,
let me.
We take that one back.
I'm taking this back. Right.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, because you have things that are affecting you at the moment.
Of course,
aren't you?
We have to put them in.
You have your bad shoulder and this gash on your forearm, which is going to hamper your swishy movement, which means the effect is going to be. Well, this is not good for you, mate. I have to point this out.
This is taking away, Dice.
Because the effect is going to be reduced.
Oh.
You're not going to be able to get to the entire amount of powder into this guy's face that you want.
I blow as well.
So the effect is going to be limited because you have. In fact, you've got. Are they the same arm? Are they same arm?
No.
The bad shoulder is it the right left?
Yes. It's his. It's not his powder arm. It's his gun arm.
So it's the arm that's doing the pulling and swifting.
No. All the powders are in his gun arm. He throws it with his. Because it's a defensive throw. Whereas not shooting throw. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's the He has two arms.
It's an uninjured arm. Yes, he's got two arms.
The one he uses to shoot, where the powder's stashed, is the one that's injured, and he's using his good arm to pull it out the sleeve and go pow.
Do we let him have that? What do you think, folks? What do you think, chat? Do we let him have that?
Yes. Oh, you weren't asking us, you're asking chat.
Well, I was asking chat, but I know they're not going to respond in time.
No.
So we're going to go. I'm going to let you have it. We're going to go with standard effect. So that is not going to affect you for this particular. Yeah, there you go. Good
Thank you, Bong.
There you go.
So let's say we're going to have. It's not going to reduce the effect. So yes, you are going to hit him. But if it goes wrong, there's going to be a bunch of guards turning up very, very because they're not far away.
Yeah.
Do you want to push yourself for extra dice?
No, I can't afford it.
Devil's bargain. Anybody have a devil's bargain? So devil's bargain is going to be...
I feel I've got good devil's bargain.
Okay.
Which is, it's got to work and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy has seen us all. Like, as soon as it wears off, he's going to be like, yeah, it was them.
That's going to give you extra heat, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to give us beat. It's going to be giving us heat.
So you're going to,
he's going to have a full description of us.
Yes. All right, then. Let's go with that.
Definitely.
Do you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Take it for your extra dice.
Because this is the first hurdle. If we can't get over the first hurdle, we just turn around now and be like, we'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, but if I can have a flashback, Kelev is wearing like a gangster hoodie, so he'll be a harder dog to recognize.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, Kelev will get away with this. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, my God.
Mixed success.
Best we could have hoped for, really.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a success. So describe what happens here then. What happens here then, Aces?
So the powder just explodes in his face, and very quickly Ace is like, "You're on a boat. Where are you going? Where are you sailing?" And he's straight away he's like, he's gone. He's like, "Oh, yeah. I am sailing. Oh, the beautiful seas."
Oh my God.
Okay. Consequence is going to be that he's not had that much thrown into his face. It's going to wear off quicker.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you're going to have... You've got less time. I think we're going to start a clock.
Although, before you do...
Okay.
Aces has a quick second part of this idea that will help us.
But there is going to be a consequence there because you've rolled, and there is a consequence.
Yes.
It's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, I know, and I'm happy for it to wear off sooner.
Okay.
But I'm going to take off his prison uniform and put him in a prison one, and then we're going to wear the prison guard, so that when he does wake up, maybe he's not taken seriously because they think he's a prisoner for a bit.
We'll wait and see about that. I think
Jane.
we'll wait and see about that.
And I'm gonna keep
thinking on his feet.
I'm gonna keep the guard's uniform for chains when we get there because he's gonna need a quick change. So yes, Aces thought of that. I didn't. Aces did.
Ha!
Is the guard about change the size?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, he is.
There you go.
I mean, if he really was changed his size and you're just a little person just going up, that even makes it more funnier.
Yeah. Take his pants off and Chains has now got prison shorts.
Okay, so we got a 4 o'clock started. Guards alerted, and one box has been checked. As this guy goes off into his little world, and you are free to pursue your bee's knees as you so desire.
As I will turn to Bang. Put them harder into the knapsack. Don't let them see it.
Oh, the bums.
Yes.
Oh, the thing is, it'll be on the bandolier, it'll be in the pocket.
Could you not have disguised them as teddy bears or something? Jesus.
I mean, you can't see the fucking sledgehammer on the back.
He saw the bombs. That was enough. Look,
Well, you wanted bombs.
You stay at the back.
Pocket.
Stay at the back for now.
Okay.
Right. We have to be quick. I don't feel like that's going to last long on that one. He's already talking about leaving the boat.
And Tomer will have taken the keys to the cells off that guard, so I could start unlocking cells as we go.
Ooh, okay. Now, I kind of figure that we're probably going to be already inside the prison part way, rather than at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking, where would we be? I think perhaps in this central area here, if you want to move yourselves there, if you can.
Oh, it's a Moonfist?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Moonfist, that makes sense.
Where's Moonfist? Oh, there he is. I've somehow picked up my powder.
Of course you have.
Just go into your inventory thing or your loadout and unclick it.
No, he's got a loadout. He's got to keep it checked.
That's
the whole point.
I've cleared the item off my character.
So you've kind of emerged into this kind of open area. Did somebody say they were wearing a guard's uniform, or is you saving that for?
We have a guard's uniform in a bag that we're going to give to Chains.
Okay. So you emerge into the courtyard, and there's a fella kind of standing there as he sees you kind of stepping out, and he looks at you and says, "You're not prisoners. What's going on?"
We're friends of Oscar's.
We're visiting.
Visiting?
Yes. Discreetly.
Conjugal rights and all that.
It's a surprise birthday party.
Escalated quick. Oh, I didn't realise it was somebody's birthday.
Yes, well, it's a surprise, isn't it? If you did know, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Oh, very clever. Okay, so there's a couple of guards milling around. You can see them walking along the perimeter above the courtyard. You know that Chains is in a cell.
Yeah.
To the north of you, if you like. Nobody else at this moment in time is aware of you with your success in subduing the guard down the stairs. What's the plan?
Need a flashback for a distraction.
I want to sneak around while others are distracting guards and try to unlock some of the cells and just kind of tell the prisoners, wait for the sign.
They might be our enemies.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell them Casta is doing them a favor.
Okay, Timette. So you want to open the cell doors and release the.
I would like to unlock the cell doors, and I would like to tell the prisoners to wait for the sign. They'll know what it is.
All right.
No, good point. Good.
Well, the prisoners that you specifically know are just random prisoners.
Now, Khmer did say he was going to speak to Casta and get names of some of the prisoners. That
Correct.
Casta know.
Well, my thought was, would a discussion be had with that if you're going to specific people, whether you want to
I believe that that's an appropriate flashback.
What's the flashback?
I think a flashback would have been had with the discussions of everything like that. Obviously, Tomer would have come back.
Yeah.
I think it probably would have just been with Tomer and Bang would have had this discussion, because Bang is all for it. That to make an extra couple of ones. That's why it's a bit extra bulky, so he can give them to these specific people that are going to help cause a riot.
Yeah. You could have agreed with those specific people as well to put like a sign on their cell, like a little handkerchief or something, so you know which cells.
All right. So,
That's what
in
Cass
fact,
did.
I could also probably invoke one of my 5 items as a subterfuge supplies, which includes a forged badge of office. I can be here on an inspection.
or you can make use of that when and if the time arises. I mean, you don't need to suggest it now because you've not been questioned yet.
I see.
But if a guard stops and questions you, then you certainly could say, "I've got,"
Okay.
which is cool. But now, so you want to do this flashback to talk about giving some of these prisoners some bombs. Okay. Is this 2 flashbacks then, effectively? Because Tamer, you are going to be. You're wanting to identify these prisoners and give them bombs, or is this a flashback that Bang is doing? I'm asking because Tamer is the one that said
Right.
it sounds like a flashback.
Yeah, no,
I
the flashback would be the conversation, I think, because you went to speak to Castor about the.
Right.
The other
About-
Okay.
And the idea behind that was kind of, I want to do Casta the favor for my own reasons.
All right.
To help break out specifically people that he had put in here as a bounty hunter.
Okay,
So they will
so-
forgive him for doing it, meaning...
Oh, okay. All right. So this is Tamer's flashback then, by the sound of
Yes.
things. Having
And
this
so,
conversation, Bang. So that's going to be. I think it's going to be 2 for this particular flashback. Personal. It seems like a 2 stress.
so would this flashback then include these prisoners already having the weapons or bombs and waiting for the sign to escape?
Well, you tell me, because you're having this flashback. Let's go through this flashback then, and figure out what's happening here. Because basically, what we've ascertained is that Tamer and Bang have had a conversation. You've spoken to Castor. You've identified the prisoner. Then Tamer has gone and spoken to Bang. What's Tamer saying to Bang?
I need you to prepare weapons or explosives for means that this prisoner riot could take effect. We have to get multiple prisoners to go loose at the same time in order to occupy the guards while we go and take care of chains. So either A, the flashback is you would have already prepared those materials for me to disperse now, or they would have prior been dispersed on a previous visit.
I would assume that it would be now. That's why I'm coming in a little bit bulky. So I'm literally giving you these different things
that
to
makes
hand
more
out
sense.
as you're going around opening the cells.
Sure.
So you're going to open the cells, hand bombs to people.
What could go wrong?
I know, this is...
This plan is bang approved.
Now, Tamer, as this is going on, of course, you've decided that you're going to sneak around here. So there is obviously going to be some kind of... There is something at stake here. There is a chance of discovery. So I would like you to describe to me how Tamer goes about what he's doing. And then we're going to decide what ability he is using to do this.
Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be sneaking. I'm going to wait for guards to be occupied by, I don't know, either, prisoners like that are banging on the cells or grabbing their attention. And at that point, I'm going to attempt to kind of, while they're looking the other way, find a cell they're not looking towards, unlock it, get up, and move to the next. And obviously pass the...
How would you be doing this?
I would be doing this, using...
Would you be... swaying, prowling?
It's either prowl is the one.
Prowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna nip and get.
Okay, so let's. I mean, obviously, the consequence here is there's a chance of discovery. There are guards. This is a prison. There are guards all over the place. Let's see whether or not Tamer is discovered. Position at the moment now. After what Aces did, I don't think the position is desperate now. I think it's risky. It's definitely risky. The effect.
Did I make it better or worse?
You made it better.
Hey.
Well, you made it better. It made it worse in the fact that they're not going to get XP for the rolls now. But you made it better for the fact that the consequences will be less severe. Yeah. So. Tell me, Tamer, you are sneaking up. You are going to be using Prowl.
Yes.
So let's set this up for you. Tamer, Prowl, and it is risky. The effect is going to be standard. You will do what you're setting out to do. You're basically unlocking cells, handing explosive devices to ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah.
Within them. So let's see how this goes.
I am definitely going to push myself.
Yeah, I think in actual fact you're going to do this multiple times, so I think the effect is limited, and you may have to push yourself to increase that fact to that position up to standard.
Okay.
That makes
that will be so if I click on push myself.
Yep.
You could remove a die, I guess, and then change the position. So you have to remove the extra die.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to worry about that too much.
Okay, no worries.
Now you are still suffering the effects of this ghost haunting you.
Oh, she's all around.
Yeah, that's probably the thing. Maybe something is distracting you. You feel you're still cold. It still feels very, very cold, and this something is.
Why isn't my charm working? I sold it to me. He told me this well against ghosts and stuff.
The effect is still going to be limited, which means that you may not be able to give bombs to all of the people that you're wanting. But let's see what happens.
All right.
Who knows? You might roll 2 6s.
I did not even roll 1 6.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fine. I have my plan B.
Right. Now, it turns out that these keys that you got from that guard, this guard was obviously quite low rank. And the keys that he's got do not seem to be the keys for the cells. That's probably why he panicked in the first place, because he's new, maybe. And so therefore these keys do not open the cells. However, that doesn't stop you passing bombs through bars, right?
Okay, no, I certainly shouldn't.
And so you manage to kind of... The first guys that you come to, he looks at you and says, "Oh, you're Caster's friend, aren't you?"
I am, but that's not really important now. Just wait for the signal. You'll know it when you hear it.
He takes the bomb from you. He looks at you and says, "Oh, maybe I'll try and break myself out with this thing.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And maybe I'll go after your friend, the one that put me here in the first place."
Are you really gonna do that when he's the one who's setting you free? He has something bigger planned, obviously, for you. Why would you just give up the opportunity? What are you gonna do on the outside anyways?
Well, maybe I will murder the person that put me in fucking prison.
Well, maybe I'll go tell the guards right now that you have a bomb, but that wouldn't suit either of our purposes. Killing Casta achieves nothing for you. He's setting you free. And if he's powerful enough to set you free, and others, you might not want to mess with him, because there are others now in his debt too.
All right. So you move on from this guy?
Oh yeah, moving on.
Sure. Anybody else doing anything? Aggie, what are you up to? I'm actually, it's quite cruel of me to ask Aggie. She's suffering from a migraine at the moment, but I'm still going to push her.
That's because
Bless
you
her.
love me so
It's
much.
because I love you. Yeah.
I shut one eye, I can read.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just winking at me.
So, it's like, yeah, I shut one eye.
Bless you.
Well, I mean, I just want stabby, blowy up things. So, in this instance, I'm just going to be sort of following around.
You're hanging back? Okay, sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, because I'm sort of a doer more than a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, that's not a problem. So in terms of, what's the next part of the plan then, folks? Who's leading this?
I think as I pass by Chains' cell, I will throw the keys inside. Because I don't really know that they don't all work, per se. And I want him to be able to let himself out. So
And the uniform.
whether he has a... I'm sorry?
And the uniform I gave you.
And the uniform. So the uniform with keys inside and also a bomb.
Yes.
Okay. Bang.
Unless you want a separate role for that, which is completely legitimate.
No.
I do not. I do not want a separate role for that. Bang. What's your part in this plan?
Well, I was actually thinking if we're doing this, I might as well do it proper. Maybe setting up some possible trap or distractions.
Oh no.
I would love to hear what you're planning. I'd love to hear what your distractions and your trap is.
Well, it's just like obviously from a bandolier taking out some of a couple of the concoctions and placing them in strategic places that we would know about, but once a riot and people started running, would accidentally break.
Okay.
So it's gonna. I'm just having a quick look because it's either the one that causes migraines or the one that
The one you've hit Maggie with already.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm just trying to.
Now you're gonna have to do this without being seen, without the guards spotting you. I mean, how's Bang? Going to go about setting these traps? What's the? Can you describe that? before?
Well, it's just if there's going to be explosions and a riot, it's trying to figure out which pathway people are going to take. So, like, we've come through, so we're going to go back out this way at the bottom, aren't we?
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. We're going out the way we came in.
All right.
But the guard won't. So it's somewhere in this kind of area where it's like, this is, I'm guessing it's like the armory office kind of thing. Okay. I know there's guards down the bottom. So it's somewhere in here where like somebody can run over it and kick it or knock it off.
You're creating a minefield. Is this the kind of
a bit, yeah.
Idea? All right.
So it's kind of like at the corner, or yeah, just somewhere where they can nick it, like behind the wall, but enough that if people are running, it will, tumble around and shatter. Yeah. Then it will explode in the big gas of.
Okay.
Which one should we do? Should we do migrants or the other one?
You can make that decision as and whenever, but
smoke bombs.
What I want from you now, I mean, obviously, much like it was with Tamer, the problem is there's a chance of discovery here of the guards.
Yeah. No.
Now with Tamer, you got a mixed success. No, you got a failure, didn't you?
Complete failure. Yes.
Right. So that's another tick. On that clock there, I think. Okay. You're now on 2 out of 4. Bank, the same applies for you. You have a chance of being discovered here. What is it you're doing as you're trying to plant these bombs? What is it you're doing to kind of remain undetected, as it were? And remember, you can use any ability as long as you can justify it.
I think it's one of them, like, probably through this whole thing, I was probably just would have been pacing around the whole, like this whole top bit, like through the middle where we are, just pacing around the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, so like, yeah, they will pay attention to me at first, but I'll just continue to pace, and then when they get sick of it, like, oh, that I'm going to do it again, as soon as you turn away, like, me walking around was finding the ideal spot.
All right.
We're doing it enough times.
I know what ability it sounds like to me, but what ability is it that you're intending to use here to make this roll, to see whether or not you're discovered?
One that really shouldn't you? I mean, anything probably.
I mean, I can tell you what I think. I think you're either using Prowl or you're using Survey. That's what it sounds like.
Reading.
From what you've described, Survey probably seems quite appropriate. Survey is basically where you're observing things.
Yeah.
And seeing how. But if you would rather use something like Prowl or something like that, that's absolutely fine. I just need you to describe what it is you're doing. Kind of explain that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, originally I was going to go with Hunt, but that's actually just more for attacking. So it probably is going to be something like Survey. So assessing the situation and just slyly. Yeah,
you're surveying that. You're kind of keeping an eye on the guards. You're watching their broom movements and that kind of things. The way they're moving through the prison.
Yeah.
Spotting their patrol routes and things like that, and you know where they're going to walk, so you can booby trap that area. That's essentially what I'm doing, but in a way where that I'm trying not to be seen by them. So like literally behind the back, dropping. Yeah. I mean, Survey would work. Absolutely. If you're happy to use that ability.
I mean, yeah. I have nothing.
You've still got Woozy. What's the Woozy from? I can't even remember why you've got Woozy.
The Ghost Field. But I don't know how long that would last.
Let's get rid of that. We'll ignore that. Burned wrist. that might hinder you a little bit, which would make the effect limited. You can push yourself to increase that effect to standard. You can, yeah, it's basically extra effort is required.
Yeah. How much stress is pushing yourself again? 2?
2. Yeah.
Okay. Mainly because I don't even have anything to base, so I need something.
Oh, okay. Right, so that pushes up the standard. So at the moment we're using, you have no dice. So it's going to be rolling the dice, taking the lowest result.
Oh no.
Anything that can assist you here? Or is anybody assisting? That's a good point. Anybody want to offer assistance here, and how are you doing it? No?
I would, but I'm not sure how I would.
Okay. Well, if you don't
Yeah.
know, we just go with it and risk
Yeah.
it. See what happens. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll push myself and then we'll see.
Oh! We'll have it.
Nice.
Wow,
That's
that's
it.
What
Bro.
what amazing.
She didn't need assistance.
No.
brilliant.
Okay. So,
Nice.
you have booby-trapped the corridors, exactly as you anticipated. You know exactly where these guards are going to be walking. You know exactly where they're going to be going. And you have left these little bottles and, I don't know, like tripwires or something, right? Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And nobody is even aware that you're even there. Perfect.
Nice.
Anybody else up to anything? What's Aces doing?
Aces has a little trick up his sleeve for this.
Okay.
So I am going to tick off a bit of my gear.
Okay.
And that would be my subterfuge supplies.
Alrighty then.
And very
Subterfuge away.
Aces has created a very interesting letter.
All right.
And it's a generic letter. He's made a couple of copies of these. And they are all from the prison warden, allegedly. Stating that you're fired. And Aces is casually walking up to the guards that are in the prison area.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to... You there. What's your name?
It's Jones, sir.
Ah, Jones. I am the warden's legal secretary. On behalf of the warden and the prison here, I have to serve you with this letter from the warden.
All right. Okay. How many of these guards are you doing this to? That's the...
As many as he can in the time frame. He's just going to one to another. Only the ones that are in the bullpen area. That are gonna
This
be...
is desperate. This is desperate.
This is desperate.
Okay?
Yeah. This yeah. I mean, even if he gets stuck on one, he's just creating a delay in the issue.
Yeah.
A bit of confusion that's going on.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you've got. I mean, this is a desperate role. This is definitely going to be desperate. The effects is going to be great.
Yep.
What ability are we using here? I got a sneaking suspicion you're going to say, "I hate to be a."
I feel like it's everything I do. Like, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to trick them so it's sway.
Okay, so let's manipulate these people.
It's all Aces can do is lie.
Now, Now, the consequence, of course,
is
that they're not going to believe you.
Yeah.
The fact is that I think what's more likely is that they're all going to know, right? Because they're gonna get together and go, hold on, I've just been given this, and everybody's gonna go, yeah, me too.
I feel though that's the devil's bargain, is that it will work for a moment until they all leave the room and then they all start talking. Like,
well, I kind of figure that's the desperateness of the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the way I'm looking at it. And the fact that you're gonna make this roll, and it's desperate effect. So if you fail, that's basically what they've all done. They've all gone, hold on a minute, I got one of those as well. We can't fire all of us, and that's when shit hits the fan.
Okay, no, that's fine. And you know what? I'm not going to take devil's bargain because I feel like he's going to be pushing himself on this one.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Because this is the main bit of the con, isn't it? It's like it's all in for aces at this point.
All right.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, you succeed, right?
It's on this side.
You succeed, so the worst thing doesn't happen. Obviously, they don't suddenly all go,
Hey.
oh,
Did you get one of these too?
You get one of these, yeah. But I mean, it's going to arouse suspicion. I'm going to check. I mean, it is desperate, but I'm going to just check one box. It makes sense to me.
Yeah,
they're suspicious, but they're not alerted as yet. And so perhaps they kind of you hand out these notes, these letters, and these guards, they're not paid for their brains necessarily.
No.
And so they kind of look at these notes. I mean, some of them are distraught. They've just lost their jobs, and what are they supposed to do? You know? And one of them is like he's almost looking at you, and he's almost pleading. But I need this. I need this job. You can't find me. What?
All I can say is, and I hand him a business card for my pub. Go here. I'm sure someone will offer you a job before long. It's not the end of the world. It's just you weren't cut out for this. We know about the mistakes.
What mistake?
Well, if you don't even know, then you weren't trying, were you?
What? But
please, be professional. There are prisoners here. Let's not make this any worse than it has to be. You wouldn't want to be dragged out by your colleagues now, do you? Let's go quietly.
No, I wouldn't.
Let's go quietly. There'll be sovereign's pay, of course.
With tears in his eyes.
3 months they'll pay you. 3 months.
And he exits the building. All right, so we've managed to clear out a large number of guards here. Yeah, and maybe that wasn't great. Maybe it was standard effect. You won't get rid of all of them.
No, there'd probably be one or two. Yeah.
So
too suspicious to do them all.
It would be, wouldn't it? So a bunch of the guards take off. They just leave. And so you find yourselves in front of Chain's cell, and he's looking at you, and he says, he's looking at you, Aces. Well, I didn't expect it to be this soon.
Time is of the essence, my friend. I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it.
So, what happens now?
You put on that uniform, we're gonna cause a riot, and in the chaos, we slip you back out. Then, we look forward to race day.
Race day?
Yes. We'll be taking Vreen down, and me and you will be splitting all the stands in a fair share. How's that for you?
Well, I don't think you're going to get to race day.
Why don't you think that?
That's just something that Darva said. They don't intend to have the big race. Some kind of scam, maybe.
Maybe. Nevertheless, if that's the case, that changes things, but it doesn't change what's happening now. We're getting you out, as I promised, so get your uniform on and get ready for the riot of a century.
Okay. So I think what's going to happen is we need to have these guards. These guards have all left.
Yep.
We have a bunch of criminals with bombs in the cells.
Yep.
Even if they've not been able to open the cells, I guess the bombs are going to open the cells for them.
Yeah.
And all hell is going to break loose. Now, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to make a fortune roll to see exactly what happens. I think
That is how you play Blades in the Dark.
I think
Oh my god.
it's going to be. We're going to have one die anyway because it's a fortune roll. We have no guards. That's going to give us a plus 1d.
Yep.
All
All the guards have bombs. All the prisoners have
a lot
bombs.
of the prisoners have bombs. That's 3d. So this is going to basically just to see what happens when the riot kicks off and all that malarkey. Okay. So as you break out, you actually, how do you open the cell actually for?
And the prison's booby trapped.
And the prison is booby trapped.
Yes.
I don't want to give you another die.
You have to. It's a fair point. It's like it's a massive bonus to us.
okay.
We've got it all.
Right. So we have 4 dice for the fortune roll, but I want to know how you're getting chains out of the cell to start with, because the keys that Tomer had were clearly not the keys that we needed. So how are you getting
Aces can
chains
lock
out of
it.
them?
I was gonna say I've got burglar gear.
Yeah,
Who
Aces
wants to
can
go for
lock
this?
the shit. It's got. I mean, but does Bang want to try? I don't mind. You could do it whilst I was chatting with him.
Can do.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
So you're gonna add that into your loadout. Just breaking, entering tools or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I added things into my loadout, but it just the character's carrying them around, so I took them off.
All right. They're supposed to carry them around. That's how we know that they're using them, Tony.
Okay. So this is going to be Tinker.
First of all, we're going to roll to see what happens with our.
Oh,
clan.
Jesus, we needed that 4th die.
We did needed the 4th.
So, I want to know how you're getting out of the. You're gonna. How are you getting him out of the cell there, Bang?
I'm going to be good. I will use my lockpick.
Oh, okay.
Sure, because it looks like you're wielding your sledgehammer there.
I mean,
I have a
do
sledgehammer.
it.
I'm going to be good. I do also, in the burglary kit, you get a pry bar and oils to stop the squeaking and stuff, so.
Oh, okay.
I've got that kit as well, so I can assist.
Yeah.
Well, you only need 1 kit. I mean, if you want to assist, if you can think of a way you might assist, how are you doing this? Are you gently opening the lock with lock tools, or are you forcing the jail cell open? In which case, I'll allow Aggie to assist.
I'm going to attempt to pick the lock first.
Okay.
It's just a... Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah. So you're going with Tinker. At this moment in time, seeing as most of the guards have disappeared, this is going to be controlled, right? So,
Yeah.
you're not under any real pressure at this moment in time.
Okay.
So if this doesn't work, you can always approach it from a different way, as in using your crowbars.
Okay, so
You have a burned wrist, less effect, which is a bit of a pain. That is definitely going to take effect here. That makes it limited.
okay.
You might need to push yourself to increase that effect, or you can make it risky, and it will go. We can make it a standard effect.
Yeah, I was just gonna do the roll straight for the first.
Okay, right. So you want to make it risky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel that
The
it is a
risky.
risk.
Okay. That means that one of the guards that is still employed is going to see you as you're doing this, which will fill in that last tick on the guard's alerted box if you fail.
No pressure.
That will make that standard. Okay. If you push yourself, that'll give you a bonus die.
Okay.
Hey!
What are you doing tonight with your rolls? You're really
And so,
Wow.
That's literally 2 rolls.
yeah. So explain what happens here then, Bank. You've basically just pulled out these lock tools and gone to work on this lock, right?
Yeah, pretty much they're having a conversation. I'm just opening it, and then I'm
All casual like.
yeah, I'm literally gonna wait until they finish their conversation, like, or at a most dramatic point, and just open the door. Done that.
So just as soon as Ace finishes his little chat with Chains, the door swings open.
And Aces turns to Bang, and you just see a smirk in his face as he looks at you and just gives you this little nod of approval.
So
And then
turn to Chains. I mean, Bang will turn to Chains like, we're ready. Are you? And just, yeah.
And he looks at you, and for the first time when he looks at you, Bang, he smiles. And it's one of those little side smiles, like one side of his mouth, corner of his mouth goes up.
Yeah.
And he's sticking this uniform on. Is this really necessary?
Yes, it is. Let's do this. And
Bang
Ace
just wants to watch him get dressed.
yeah, and Aces waits like a few seconds, then he'll light the last bomb that he has, and he's just gonna roll it down the corridor.
The opposite
Alright.
way that we
The
need to
one
go.
where the booby traps aren't.
Okay. So you have to make your way down into the. You're heading back out basically the way you came,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're heading back into the courtyard. The guards are not paying too much attention to you because why would they?
I should point out the bomb that Aces had was a smoke bomb, not like just a bomb. It was a specific
Okay.
one for the final distraction.
Do you have those in your loadout? Sounds like a Bang thing to me.
Bang would have provided one if I didn't, I think. Let me check.
Bang can only hold. Would need pre-discussion.
Oh, is that a flashback?
No, I can't afford
Well, yeah,
that
because we did a flashback with Tomer, so he could have things. Bang would only fill what she can carry.
Yeah, I
It's
told
standard.
one of you has a flashback because I told you to do that shit and bring that shit.
It'd be you that has the flashback.
No, I can't afford the flashback.
Well, then,
Flashback doesn't happen.
well, then
You're
it's
not willing to
entirely.
spend the
Wow.
I
stress.
booby trap more than one corridor. I'm booby trap multiple different places. You can literally set off a trap directly behind us as we're leaving.
Fine, we just leave quietly.
Okay.
There's no cool bomb.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, there's
I
no.
mean-
We just leave quietly.
Heard the signal.
I mean, there are bombs. There are bombs in there already.
Aces turns to everyone. Oh, I should have brought a smoke bomb for this bit. This would have been really good to just let a smoke bomb off on our exit. Why didn't anyone think of this?
It's absolutely brilliant. If we
Why didn't anyone?
Tracks with a smoke bomb. Pow.
Have you ever had a smoke bomb?
All right, I can afford another flashback.
I mean, if you have a flashback, you will have a smoke bomb.
I will have a smoke bomb.
Take 2 stress for that.
Of course.
It's no big deal, but
no,
actually, one stress, because it's not a massive.
No.
It's not a massive deal, is it? Smoke bomb. It's not like asking for
everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just difficult to breathe and stink. Yeah.
Do you give it to Aces for him to roll?
Yeah, I'm complaining, and you're like,
well, you know what? You see, the thing is, I was taking 2 stress for that, but handing it to Aces takes 1 off, so I only take.
There
1
you go.
stress.
That's perfect.
yeah, I'm your vice.
Yeah.
now.
So as you're bitching about the fact you haven't got a smoke bomb, Tamer just goes, "Here you are."
We talked about this, remember? I was bringing the smoke bomb for you for some reason. Not sure how you got me.
Can I just say before we escape, you all have done remarkable today. And I light the smoke bomb and toss it over my shoulder. Let's go.
And there's a flash, and boom, suddenly there's the whole corridor is filled with smoke, and that's when the alarms start to go off as you all make your way down through the courtyard, down through the grating, and out of the tunnels.
At this point, I feel Aces needs to have his flashback.
Oh. Liz, here's the flashback. This is what we've been waiting for, and why you can't spend the stress.
This is what we've been waiting for.
All right,
okay.
let us flash back.
So prior to this event and the breakout, Aces went to all the bookies on the race yard. And he went up to each one with a handwritten note doctored in Vreen's writing, which stated on Tuesday, we'll call it Tuesday, on Tuesday, as the first thing in the morning, I want every stall to put a bet out for everyone on whether or not Chains will be broken out of prison this week or not. And Aces went to every stall.
Okay.
He put the note in the pocket of each stall owner. Say, this is a note from Vreen. You need to make sure you read it before Tuesday because he wants it done and dusted. No issues, we're all doing it. And then on each vendor, he used his mesmerize ability to make them forget that he had given the note. And then on the morning of us being at the prison, Aces sent the doppelganger dressed in Ace's clothes into the area into the Hounds area, so it would trigger everyone off because they would think they saw Aces, and they'd panic, remembering this note, and it's Tuesday, and they'd immediately put the bet out. That's
Holy
what Aces planned.
That's complex, right?
It's gonna take all my stress.
Definitely too stressed. Definitely too
I was
stressed.
gonna go with more, but okay.
I mean, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can go more. I can't recall.
I feel it warranted, but that's fine.
I mean, if you say so, let's go with 3 then.
Yes, I think that's worthy.
But you are still going to need to make some kind of roll.
Yes.
So you obviously, the consequence of this is that the bets are not going to be played. People are going to think you're full of shit. The bets aren't going to get placed. They're going to be confused because obviously they don't recall anybody speaking to them.
Yeah.
And therefore Vreen will not be implicated in this whatsoever.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the deal. The roll, of course, is where this is all going to happen. You're going to tell me with your ability. I suspect. I know what it's going to be.
No. I think because of how complicated this is, this needs finesse.
Okay.
This is all gotta go to plan.
I'm not going to argue.
I feel like
I'm not going to argue. I'm gonna say, yeah, all right then.
Go on,
Let's
swing this.
say finesse. This is desperate.
Yes.
Oh,
This is desperate because I mean, this is a lot that you're asking to happen and correctly.
Yeah.
If it fails, if it goes wrong, obviously, yeah, everyone's gonna think you're full of shit. Green's not gonna be implicated. And with it being desperate, somehow you're gonna be implicated.
Yeah.
Let's see how we go. I don't think your harm is not going to affect this at all. I don't believe. So
No.
we'll just go with as it is. You can push yourself for 2 stress.
If I
Give
push
yourself an
myself,
extra
I'm
die.
overstressed.
Oh no, you don't want to do that.
No, I
then.
can't do that.
Could you have gotten anybody to assist you in this?
I would have had. I've got the guy who's my doppelganger, who's
Bonus die. Give
who's
yourself-
helping
yep.
me.
Let's have a bonus die for that.
I don't
Can I
think that's
do
a
that?
bonus die. Oh, there you go.
There's your bonus die.
I definitely think Aggie would have helped out going round to all the stalls.
Yeah.
How? Go on then, Daggy. What would you have done here? I mean, Aggie's style is generally to threaten and intimidate.
Yeah, and I think she would have made herself a member from Vreen to kind of stress to each of the till owners how important this is from Vreen, that it must be done, sort of thing. And she may have even threatened the guards, like, if you forget, I'm going to be coming to your stall to beat the shit out of you.
Is that Aggie's style?
Yeah.
Aggie,
Yeah.
you want to go with it? Go on then. Let's have an extra die for that. There's your... Oh, actually, no, Aggie, sorry. You get to click the assist teammate, don't you?
Oh, I do. Sorry. There you go.
Oh, I've lost a die.
Yeah. Interesting.
There we
There
go.
we go. I'll give it you back.
Thank you.
That's what happens when Aggie helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose a die.
Oopsie.
Let us see.
Oh,
Nice!
nice.
Again, just on the 4th.
It goes off.
On the phone.
Absolutely perfectly, of course. Everybody buys into it. They completely forget that Aces has spoken to them at all. And
my
Green
God.
is obviously going to have a bit of a surprise in the morning. As you make your escape through the tunnels once again, guided by Oscar Fist, as you emerge out into the night of Duskwall through the fog, and make your getaway with Chain. And that is where we're going to leave it this evening.